It's hump day, everybody. But not for me.
Hello and welcome on into this Wednesday's edition of Movie News here at Movie Burner Entertainment. I'm one of your co-hosts, Stephen John McLaughlin, our co-host, sporting a yellow top tonight.
It's a
For
luminous...
all you that don't know his name, it's John C. Walsh. How you doing, John?
I'm feeling different.
You're feeling very naked.
Yes, I don't have a full-on beard anymore. I decided to trim it in. Cut my hair as well, so I'm like Uncle Fester from Adam's Family.
I think you've done it at the right time with this heat wave, John.
That was the rationale behind it, Steve.
Yeah, it's been a very warm day today. Not complaining.
In all honesty, I made a complete arse of the beard line this morning, trimming it up. It was a bit disastrous, and I thought, I'll just get rid of it.
John, it wasn't as bad as that one from when we were doing the Hawkeye watch-alongs.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered why we never completed those, and you always said about the whole face thing, and then when you showed me it the other night, I got it. I understood why. You looked like you'd been.
I'm just looking at myself. I'm just looking at myself in OBS, Stephen, and looking very chubby in the face now. I have to say, I need to address that.
No,
very cheeky.
I'm looking burnt, but
I'm burnt.
I'm just
like
because
Anakin Skywalker and Mustafa. I'll look at the back of my head. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
Oh, what?
I hate you. That's me. I loved you.
As you can gather, folks, we're here to talk about entertainment news, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Well, one topic that is, because we are trying to play catch up with our watch along Sacred Games. We're getting there. For anyone that doesn't know, I know that we're only on to episode 2 on the channel, but we've actually recorded 5, so we're well ahead of the game at the moment.
Did 3 go up on Patreon? I don't know.
It did, John, yeah, it went up earlier on, so that's on Patreon for anyone that wants to have an early access to it. It's there. Our link is always on the website as well. It's always on the YouTube channel.
Blame a ghostly encounter.
Yeah, that was a strange one.
For the delay.
John, you showed me the actual movement on the actual recording when you're capturing it.
I captured 3 and 4 3 days ago.
Yeah.
An hour and 50 minutes recorded, and the fucking scene changed in OBS 5 minutes in. There was no one in the room. No one here.
Strange.
You have to click the mouse button at the side to change scenes.
It's no mean feat, John, that button.
You actually have to press it physically. No one was in the room. The scene changed.
So
it recorded a black screen with this logo moving for an hour and 45 minutes.
So that's the reason for a little delay on that dropping, but it will be dropping tomorrow, British Standard Time, that is, tomorrow morning.
And I will do my absolute best to get episode 4 edited tonight.
See? We're working like dogs here. But anyway, we're going to talk about Aamir Khan, John. Not spoke about him in a little while. We are big fans of Aamir. Aamir hasn't seen RRR, but he spent a night talking about it with Rajamouli. That is a headline. That's what we're talking about. Just a little interesting bit of information. This came in a couple of days ago, and we're covering this on from the website telugu360.com. And I'm just going to read. It's only couple of paragraphs, and then we can get our thoughts on this one, John. Bollywood superstar Aamir Khan, who is awaiting the release of his upcoming film Lal Singh Chadha, recently made a revelation that he hasn't seen director S.S. Rajamouli's magnum opus RRR. Aamir shared the anecdote recently on Kaun Banega Kronpati when he was posed with a question as to which film inspired Rajamouli to make RRR during the season premiere of the Amitabh Bachchan hosted show. Now, Aamir, who graced the hot seat along with Colonel Mitali Madhumita and Major D.P. Singh on the 14th season of KBC, said that he may not have watched the film but knew the answer because before the release of the film, Rajamouli was at his place and they talked about the film for the whole night. Well, I'd love to have been a fly in the wall for that. Interestingly, Aamir Khan has promoted RRR in Delhi along with S.S. Rajamouli and his team, and on the other hand, also jetted off to Hyderabad to promote and showcase his upcoming film Lal Singh Chadha to S.S. Rajamouli. So there you go. John, it's not unusual for any actors, prominent actors that is, who are constantly filming back-to-back films all over the place. Classic example in the West here. I think it was during the promotion of Thor, Love and Thunder. Christian Bale was asked about had he had seen the Batman yet, the Robert Pattinson one yet. He admitted, no, I've not seen it yet. That shocked a lot of people. Didn't shock me.
No, they're busy, man.
He's in the middle of pre-production on Thor, Love and Thunder, and obviously there's catch-up as well, obviously with the lockdown during that production as well. So they had a lot of reshoots and other stuff to do, pick-up shots. So it's no surprise, and it's no surprise, John, that Aamir Khan has not got round to seeing RRR either.
No. I'm
sure he will one day, but like most people who work in that industry, it's just trying to find that window, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Especially if you're... I don't know too much about Aamir Khan.
Stephen, I'm not Aamir Khan, and I'm struggling to find windows to watch movies.
Well, this is the thing. John, sure. I've seen them on Disney Plus that both... Prey and Buzz Lightyear have dropped on Disney Plus.
I need to watch, I need to watch two of them.
I need to see both of them at the weekend, and as you said, it's just trying to find that time.
Nope, it came out today, and Bullet Train's out, so I want to watch all those movies.
I know. Bullet Train looks incredible, John. I know you covered it last night, but what's your thoughts on this anyway, John? Aamir Khan.
Seriously, try to find Aamir Khan on IMDb.
We're both on IMDb, John.
I want to see he's currently in production, upcoming projects.
Yeah, the Lal Singh Chadha one intrigued me, and I read the synopsis, and then I said to you, and I thought this sounds like a film I know, and I said to you, I'll read the synopsis, and let's see if we're the same thoughts. Lal Singh Chadha, a simple man whose extraordinary journey will fill you with love, warmth, happiness and will also make you laugh. And both John and I said that's Forrest Gump.
It is Forrest Gump. Yeah.
I want to see this film anyway because it is Aamir Khan, but I also want to see it now because it does sound very intriguing. What's your thoughts, John?
Stephen, you know my thoughts on Aamir. I think he's one of the best actors in all of India, probably in all of the world. To be honest, just incredibly talented. He has a huge presence. He's not the tallest of men, but he's got a huge presence, and he always demands the eyeballs when he's on the screen. We've seen 2 movies with him, Dangle, and obviously Three Idiots, and they've both been absolutely brilliant movies. And totally different characters. He's playing a hard-hitting, hard-line, very demanding, ambitious father. Yeah. He's coaching these 2 young wrestlers, I want to say they were.
Yeah.
He was obviously a silver medalist for India at the Commonwealth Games. It ate him up, he didn't get gold. He wanted better for his daughters, so he pushed them to the absolute maximum, similar to what Will Smith portrayed in the Serena Williams, the Williams sisters movie, where he won the Oscar. And then obviously in Three Idiots, he's the complete opposite. He's playing this sort of loving, huge sort of personality. The guy just rubs off on everyone. He makes everyone's life better. But he's almost like a ghost in the night. He disappears. Just a brilliant movie. One of the best movies I've seen from India. And all the movies we've watched, and we've watched a lot of movies from India. He's just a great, great guy. And Stephen, everything you've said there, I can't really speak more about it. I'm actually trying to find his upcoming projects. He only has one, so he's not like some of the talent in India, like Vijay Sethupathi, for instance, who will do 4 or 5 movies in a year. It's not like he's working hugely, but he's a busy guy, man. He's got lots going on. He hasn't found time to watch RRR yet. He's not like us plebs. I'm sure he can get a special screening of a movie in a theatre if he wishes, when he wishes. So he will get round to watching it, but the fact he has spent an entire night prior to the movie's release speaking with SS, picking his brains on the movie.
That's a bit that stood out to me in this article, John, was that night they spent together and what went down, talking about RRR and obviously upcoming stuff as well, possibly talking about previous films as well. Yeah, and will we see both of these 2 collaborate in the future?
Well, I mean, he's a pan-Indian director, SS, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him collabing with someone like Aamir Khan. Stephen, I was speaking just the other day there, I think it was last week actually, it was my solo show last week, speaking about Rajamouli. Incidentally, hello Vince Gill, hello Sykman. I don't know if Stephen, you mentioned Sykman.
I did not know.
Hello.
No.
We were talking before the actual show came on, you commented and we said hello then, but we weren't live and the audio wasn't unmuted. But hello to the 2 of yous. Hello from Canada. Canada's a great place. I'll say that again. Canada is a great place, because I said Canada is a great place. Had a stroke. Try to say that.
Well, you said Canada this time, John. Normally when you've got to say Canada you say Canada.
No, but Stephen, it's got to the stage now I deliberately say Canada for Canada.
Yeah, just to wind
people up, because I know they'll come into the comments and say actually it's Canada.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
If we don't know. We do.
I know. I am a noise up merchant. I deliberately wind them up.
John, Vince says, what y'all planning on starting after Sacred Games? We've actually not really talked about it.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that we would like to do. One, Vikram, but we can't do because we can't get it on digital download at the moment. It's for some reason, I know it's on Disney Hotstar at the moment, we don't get that here, and we do get a version of that, but we don't get Vikram here. Is it on Disney Hotstar? I think it's on something else we can't get. I'm sure it's on some streaming service. You have to, but you need like an Indian phone number.
Also the duology film, John, I always forget the name of it.
Gangs of Wasseypur.
Can't get it anywhere.
But then there's also Patal Lock.
Patal Lock, the series, a lot of people recommended that. So there's Patal a few Lock. There,
and I've actually already done a reaction font for Patal Lock many moons back when we were thinking about what to do next after Family Man. So that's sitting there.
So
that would be an easy one to...
Maybe a clue.
An easy one to fire up.
Yeah, land of maple syrup, The
land of maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
I love maple. That's why I'm getting chubby.
I'm telling you, John, bacon, crispy bacon, streaky crispy bacon with maple syrup over it, and a couple of pancakes on the side.
Yeah, works, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It just works. Also the land of hockey.
Yep, it is.
And the land of...
very good comedians. Mike Myers... Michael J. Fox,
Jim Carrey,
the list goes on.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's a great comedian. It makes me laugh.
Yeah. I say, to be fair to Justin, Justin went up in my estimations recently with the whole, I don't know if you were aware of this, Justin had a viral thing, some form of pox and he ended up, I think it was pox, it was something like that anyway. He ended up with paralysis on the right hand side of his face. His entire fucking half of his face was paralysed.
Yeah.
And he's come back for it. So look, I admire that, man. Because I kind of been through something similar.
Something like that happening to such a huge celebrity and not really making the sort of headlines.
Yeah, it was surprising.
But
he'd be fair to the Bieber. I'm going to call him the Bieber.
The Bieber.
He's a grounded guy, to be fair. He's actually quite grounded. He's not the complete arsehole you'd think he is. Have you guys heard about Amazon's Patal Walk? Pretty good series. Oh, yeah, literally just says it, man. Yeah, but thinking I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And that's maybe why you didn't hear me saying it. Patal Walk, yeah, but thinking about it.
I think as well, I've read the synopsis and I've read the ratings and stuff like that for this series as well. Yeah, definitely we'll have to check it out at some point. After this, we've only got 6, 7 and 8, John, haven't we, to do on Sacred Games, and that's that done. I'm going to miss this series, I've got to be honest with you.
Sacred Games was...
It's been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it
I've loved the characters, the two main characters in particular.
Yes,
the timeline's just so fascinating. Yeah, it's been really good.
And then you've got Bonsler, and you've got your man, something can.
Yeah, Zoya as well.
Zoya.
Yeah, I mean, it's all happening. Yeah.
Katika was great until he got killed. There's so many great characters in it. Malcolm, Bunty.
Yeah.
Then you had the other, the sort of brothers who took out the Muslim brothers.
I think as well that we're trying to make sure that we are going to have that window of opportunity when season 3 of The Family Man and Miserapur drop later on in the year. I'm saying later on in the year, probably about 2 months away. It's not that long now. Can't believe we're into August already, but yeah, so we have to be aware of that. And Andor is coming out next month as well for obviously Western stuff. So John and I are looking forward to it. John got goosebumps when we did the trailer reaction for that.
It was the most Star Wars looking thing that Disney have produced.
Yeah, so we've got a lot going on at the moment. But yeah, I think we will be looking at Patal Lock at some point.
You've got the Lord of the Rings show coming out.
Yeah.
The Rings of Power.
John, I'll tell you something. Based on the comments from our comments on our trailer reaction, I think it would be that'd be a good shout to do that, because
listen, I love arguing with these backward people.
Yeah, you can then have your day with them. I think we should do it. John, I think it looks good. I mean, I understand the sort of whole background stuff, with the estate and all that, and the studio picking up and doing their own thing and all that. I don't really care about that, to be honest with you. I just want to see good storytelling and good visuals,
Stephen, the Tolkien estate is the most protective estate on the planet. They would not allow anything to damage his work.
Yeah, exactly.
They have spoken with the writers, the showrunners. They're allowing it. And I keep saying this in the comments, and I says it in the comments. If they think it's alright for them to create these supplementary characters, why do you not think it's alright? You're just some random... Let's be honest. They're racists on the internet who, don't want to see black characters. John,
I'll let you answer this one, because you do have your theory on this one.
Do you guys think Munabai will be back somehow alive in Mirzapur season 3? He did mention early on in the season that he was immortal. Yeah, but he was full of bravado because he survived those gunshots. I don't know, man. Muna was always full of bravado. He was almost like Ganesh Gatondi. In Sacred Games, he had brushes with death and somehow thinks he's a god. I don't know, man. I personally would like to see Muna back. I think Muna's hilarious. I think the character's one of the standout things in the first 2 seasons of the show. He really carries it, him. And you like to see your Golus and your... Blanking on his name just now. Terrible Babu and... Why am I blanking on his name? Gudu. Fucking hell, Gudu. Yeah. Why would you blank that name? I mean, obviously Gudu and Muna are the actual 2 main characters for me. So when you lose a guy like that, a personality, going into the 3rd season, it's a big loss. It's hard to fill. But then you think of the story, it would feel cheap to bring him back.
I can imagine the writers having that sort of predicament in place where we have to have a payoff in season 2 for what happened in the end of season 1 at the wedding with Muna, and then we have to do it in a way that's going to satisfy our audiences, but at the same time we're burning our bridges here for stretching out a very good
and they started humanising him.
Well, they did, John, exactly. And you started to see that that a lot of the way that he acts and the way he behaves was down to his father and his grandfather. And the way they manipulated his life in a sense. And you know, when you do that to someone, they're going to react in some way, and it's more often than not it's a negative way they'll react to the way they've been manipulated. So it was a kind of tragic figure to an extent as well, and I think his drug addiction didn't help him either, let's be honest.
No.
But that's just the way it goes. But it'll be very interesting to see where season 3 takes us. It's got a lot to live up to. That's the thing.
I think it'll be like House of Cards. Once they assume power, it's the corruption of the power. He's supposed to hand it over to the young kid, the wife of obviously a Candyman, their offspring. If it even is a Candyman's offspring. I don't think he's going to hand the power over that easy. I think Gudu's very much there for the long haul. And Golu potentially turning on Gudu. I think she's got aspirations. Maybe not. They were hugging and crying and stuff, weren't they, to be fair? I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to it. I love Mirjapur. I thought it was great. I love the dialogue. Love the profanity. Even your guy from Jaunpur, whose name I always forget, the wine drinker, he's still to have his arc.
The son of
Rati Shankar, yep. I don't know why I always blank his name. It's not Sharan.
I think he's going to be more prominent as well, John. That's why I think the last 2 seasons, last season I should say, he wasn't in the first season, was he?
No.
Will be very prominent. I think he will be a big player in this one now that we're assuming Muna's out the picture. I think we're going to see more of him.
Well, he manoeuvred to be the son figure, didn't he? He saved the Candyman.
Yeah.
It's all a big game of chess by him, literally, him and his mother.
Great.
But Stephen, getting back to Aamir, man, I love Aamir. You'll see Triple R, I'm absolutely certain of it. In terms of Triple R, Rajamouli, I was going to ask you the question, Stephen, because I did discuss it last week, I believe, and I'm intrigued to hear your thoughts. You mentioned you'd like to see him collaborate with SS at some point. Stephen, SS has been speaking about doing Prince of Persia movie, how he loved Prince of Persia growing up. Obviously Hollywood adapted it. It was Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. It wasn't very good. It's a region much closer to India than the United States of America or Great Britain. It's based in Iran, I believe. Persian Iran. It's not far away from India. It's probably fucking as far away as the Mediterranean is from us, but it's got a lot closer. He's interested. We know there's great actors in that subcontinent who he can easily get to work for him, who can slide in and make this story happen. Someone's already suggested Ram Charan as Prince of Persia. Would you like to see SS Rajamouli firstly making a Prince of Persia movie? Because I made my thoughts clear. I'd love to see it. We need a good Prince of Persia movie, and Rajamouli deserves a huge sort of worldwide release. Triple R's became a worldwide phenomenon, but an actual worldwide release. Would you like to see Aamir Khan in it as well?
See you later, Vince. Thanks for coming in, guy. I think I did watch the show, John, last week, and I think it might be his next step to move into a more Western production. This clearly wouldn't be a Western production with it being Prince of Persia, but it's still deemed as a foreign film in terms of a non-Indian film. I would like to see him do it because I think we know he's capable of doing it. But then does he cast Indian actors in the Prince of Persia, or does he go against the grain and maybe do a sort of multicultural?
Could do a multicultural, absolutely.
Cast, But the other question, John, would I like to see Aamir? Yeah, John, I'd watch him in anything, to be honest with you. He's such an intriguing actor, versatile as we've seen. We've seen him doing comedy, we saw him doing drama, and he's got it all. And I think the fact that the two of them spent a night talking about what was it they were talking about? Was it possibly maybe a Prince of Persia? Who knows? But I think we will see those two collaborate in the future. In terms of the Prince of Persia film, I do recall the Jake Gyllenhaal one. I didn't see it. I wasn't really that bothered. I tend not to watch films that are based off video games, to be honest with you. I'm not really that bothered about them. The 9 times out of 10 they don't work. It's very, very few of them do work, but but if it's a stepping stone into that direction of doing a Western film, then why not? But I don't think he needs a stepping stone. When you look at the likes of the Russo brothers commending this guy's work and admiring Scott Derrickson, he doesn't really need stepping stones. I think if he's going to do a Western film, he just goes right into doing a Western film.
It's Disney to hold the rights.
Yeah.
So they could easily give him $150 million to make this movie happen. I presume that'd be the largest budget he's ever worked with. Stephen, I think this guy could do it. 250 frames per second, God.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
240 frames per second, slow motion, God. We know he can work with the best CGI talent on the planet because he's already worked with them.
Yeah.
He's worked with Marvels, the guys that have worked on the MCU projects and RRR.
Yeah.
So all the pieces are already there with this guy. We know he can handle big blockbusters. We know he can deliver CGI masterpieces.
Exactly. Yeah.
We know he can do slow-mo. We know he's got the story there. And he's got the best of both worlds. He commands respect in India, and he's got some of the best Indian talent probably vying to work under him. Likewise, he's starting to gain respect worldwide. He should have had it already. I think he probably did have it already, to be fair, but RRR's catapulted him right into it. I think it's prime, man, for this guy to make a huge worldwide hit, man.
So, yeah.
I really want to see it
Yeah.
because I think he's fucking great.
Definitely.
And regardless, I'll watch the guy's next movie. I don't really care what it is, man, because I'm now a fanatic of Rajamouli. But yeah, man, I'm sure Aamir will see RRR. He must be the last guy on the planet to see it now. I think everyone's seen it.
That's
When you've got like guys like Robert Meyer Burnett saying you should watch RRR, they call it. I just call it RRR. It's easier to say. You know you've reached an audience that you are perhaps not initially intending to reach.
That's it, exactly. Yeah.
So it surprises me Aamir hasn't seen it, but it doesn't, as we said right at the start, because he's a busy guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And he'll get to see it.
That's
And
it.
he'll love it.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to. Unless you're a fan of KGF Chapter 2 and you're one of these sort of... We love KGF Chapter 2, therefore we have to hate RRR.
It's almost Marvel DC, isn't it? I never really understood that, to be honest with you, John. Another film we've not seen yet is Beast. Another one that we'll have to check out. I know that a lot of people didn't like it, and I suppose I understand that to a point, but
Still
you're
get
talking
some
about
moments in it though,
well, it's got the pool of tilapia for VJ in there as well that we're still to see. I'm so surprised we've not watched it so far, but
Stephen,
there's just so much going on. There's really so much going on with the channel and out with the channel as well. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we'll all get there, and that might answer Vince's question as well. What we're doing next could be Beast. I don't know.
Just got to round it up.
Yeah, that's us done.
Yeah,
short and sweet.
It was short and sweet. It was 27 minutes. Not that short.
Oh, not bad. For one
not
topic.
as long as my 1 hour 6 minute epic last night
Yeah.
with a migraine.
All right. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, I had a
nothing worse.
migraine.
Nothing worse, man.
No paracetamol in this house, so
Wow.
I braved it with 2 fucking moonlights.
Not
Migraine.
good, man. Not good.
But I was well up for it, man.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. I don't know why I was feeling it, but I was.
Good crowd in as well.
So I was chirpy. Even
Yeah.
before the crowd, I was well up for it. It was surprising. I've got fucking my head's ready to explode, but I'm actually speaking coherently here. So, you know, within a second. It's like football. You know, watching your team within 3-4 minutes whether it's going to be your day or not.
It's true. It is.
And I always remember a certain game, but we'll not get into that. That's going to round it up, man.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on...
I thought I saw someone very excited in the corner there, but they're not.
No, it's my dog. My dog is feeling the heat. So I'm going to bid him farewell. He's going to go down.
I think he's on the heat.
Yeah, he is on the heat, to be fair. He is. He's always on the heat. What is your thoughts, though, on Aamir Khan not having seen RRR yet? Is that even English? You can be the judge of that. What's your thoughts on him having a conversation with the director of RRR, SS Rajamouli, for an entire night about that movie? What's your thoughts on all of the in-between that we have discussed in this show tonight? We've discussed a fucking lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't partake or relate to RRR. You can share your thoughts down below if you get anything to say at all. Down below in the comment section is the place to put it. You can also like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get notifications straight to your eyeballs, and do the same over on Twitch. Hit the follow button and notifications button over there to see the same content over there. Regardless of what you do though, thank you very much for watching us, and until the next time, me and Stephen are done. Bye. Good vibes. Thank you, Matt Murdock. It doesn't look like Matt Murdock. Matt's a blind man with glasses.
He's a very good lawyer.
He's a very good lawyer. But I'll send those good vibes right back to you. Bye bye, Matt. Bye bye, Vince. Bye bye, Simon. Bye bye.